hear scav at the front.
In between the...
Are you shooting? Are you shooting right now?
No, that's where the train station.
With knowing that that's not my teammate shooting, this situation got quite a bit hairier.
See a guy to the right of the train station?
I'm pushing in front of the warehouses. Are you good?
I'm fucking dead.
From where?
That's so weird. From the train station.
So I immediately move out of that front of the warehouse, trying to use the wall and this just random crap as cover. Hopefully they haven't seen me by now. So I have a couple decisions to run through here in my mind at this point. I know that they're posted up in that train station. I don't know where they're at, but I know that my buddy is dead in this warehouse, and I know they want that loot. So I'm gonna make a movement here to try and get in a position where I can try and hold down his body, or a crossing from which they're gonna have to go through. My plan of action at this point is to go through the underground parking structure, move through the underground tunnels up into the tower that's on the opposite side of the train yard. I'm gonna post up in the bottom of it, wait for them to cross, and hopefully I can try and kill them when they aren't really paying attention to that direction. Taw's sniper scav nearly blows my cover here.
Feel it, baby. Stress is all around us. These high ceilings, and I need it, baby. Pressure it, make diamonds. I won't steal it, baby. Silent, baby. Hurts to see you crying. Know you trying. Ain't no lying, baby. When I say I need you, greedy. If I have to share you, it was me that all along did you wrong. Thinking that I made you beautiful and strong. This toxicity, the death of me. I fear the day you gone. The most beautiful girl I've ever known. I'll find a way to treat you better. I swear there's no one out here like.
This might seem kind of cheeky, but I always check jagged pockets. Depending on your perception skill, there could be the opportunity to have up to like $1 million key in there. I see something up top.
Awesome. I just saw him too.
I thought that was a player at first, but as I hold on longer, I realize it's just a scav.
There he is.
Wait a minute!
Oh,
Who
laser.
are you?
My patience on that paid off. I know where they're at, know that they're focused on that player scav, and I know they still want my buddy's loot.
By a couple of these guys, unsurprisingly. Got one. Another one. Carl, do you know how many there were?
I saw one.
Well, I just killed two, so I'm hoping to ever-loving Christ that there's only two.
My plan now is to move back through the underground parking structure, moving back towards the ramps. This time I'm going to come up on the left side, and just behind me is the hermetic door bunker extraction point. After checking the entire yard, checking the windows, checking everything, it seems like I'm in the clear. So I loot this dead scav. And a tip for everybody who's watching that's not really familiar with it. Rigs can conserve more space than they actually take up, and they make it so you can move around a lot of small items really quickly just by moving the rig itself. Also, they're worth a little bit of money. As you just saw, I dropped my backpack. I'm making the decision to possibly not even come back to what's in this backpack, but the decision here is that without this stuff on my back, I'll be faster, my stamina will drain less, and I'll be able to scoop their loot by just tossing everything in their backpack and tossing it on my back and then getting out of the open. Well, that's the idea at least.
Try and bail out some shots. Because I'm sure there's like 6 of them, you know?
I pre-painkiller, I just keep running around trying to get attention on me. Nothing really happens, so I go into the train station, kind of check out and see if anybody's still kind of lurking around in there. Turns out they were killing some raiders. I didn't even know that raiders came into the train station itself. But I loot a little bit in here. I see a player that my teammate may have killed, not totally sure. But then I move out into the courtyard to loot.
This is not the guy I'm looking for. Not the guy I'm looking for. The guy I'm looking for died right here, well out in the open.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Yeah. It's not good. Just go for it, I guess. If I die, I die.
I spend way too much time on his body, but I'm not leaving much of this behind. I'm gonna vacuum every bit of this up, man. A lot of you probably already know about this, but you can use dead bodies slots to contain loot while you're trying to move stuff around. And also always have the biggest gun on you in your secondary slot, if not your first slot.
Right here.
Hey, that's pretty good.
As you can tell, I'm starting to get pretty nervous. There's an insane amount of money on both those dudes. I don't know where that second gun came from on the first dude. Probably from either the raiders killing them or my teammate killing them, but at this point, all I'm concerned with is grabbing what I can, making enough room for it, and getting the fuck out of here.
My god. What a lunatic.
This guy has stacks of very, very valuable ammo just hanging out in his chest rig. These guys didn't care about losing any of this, but I'm happy to take it, so thank you all.
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
It's okay to be scared.
Gotta move. All this shit's on that backpack.
And like that, I'm instantly maimed by a shotgun scav. I fumble with my meds for a moment, trying to get a painkiller on, but eventually I just have to commit to a spray. You see me move my grenades out to my vest so I can actually use them. Really important thing to do when you have grenades on you, because not only do they help level your strength, they also help level your health. I'm also trying to move the smaller pieces like silencers and things like that into the gaps between these two bags. That allows me to keep the guns, the things that are bigger, in those central backpacks, rather than trying to fit them in between and not having space. I get to cover, I start healing up, and I just start managing my inventory for finalization so I can get out of here. With that, I notice some sounds outside. The rain saved my life in this situation.
Should've just let him pass. Should've just let him pass.
As I mentioned, this guy would have not given me any trouble if I just let him walk by. This guy actually plays this really well too. To be honest, I should have just committed to a spray there and blown him away. The grenade he threw, I don't even know if it even came into that room, much less if it would have actually killed me. And now, I'm at a complete disadvantage. I need to heal up, I need to find cover, and there's not much down here. He knows where I'm at, and he knows that I can't really get out of here. That is without him seeing me. And in this moment, I have no painkillers. I have lots of meds, so I'll make that work to my advantage. But this guy, luckily enough, has not pushed me through that tunnel, so I don't know where he's gonna come from, or much less where he's at currently.
I just need to heal up. Get in a good spot and just heal. Holy fuck, that was close. Oh my god. Holy fuck, good play. That was so close.
I really gotta give credit where credit's due in this moment. This guy almost took me out, and it would have been a sad day for me and a payday for him. I would have looked up his name afterwards if he had a tag, but it was a player scab, and there's nothing I can do about that. So in this moment, I'm just gonna heal back up and see if I can get the hell out of here.
I need my mobility back, but I need to get my stomach back too, at least. If I'm not drinking, I'm not just... That guy played that so well. Holy shit, that was nuts.
This is just me looting that guy's body. He had factory key on him, and he had a couple small things that were actually worth. I actually ended up taking the same way that he probably came down through here, which I completely forgot about.
Not good. It's a bunch of them. Not good at all. Fucking money grubbers. Oh, I have any stamina or meds. I don't know if those are scavs or those are players. Like your scav players or actual players. I don't know. I'm just not willing to risk it.
I make a move down. I go down the hill again, move out of there. I really want to get to an area where I can just kind of circumnavigate all of that shit, and I come back up around on the left side of this mountain to try and find some kind of an angle to see the dome, see if these players are hanging out up on top. After scoping it, they're not up there. Luckily enough, it was just some players that were probably just looting in the last moments before they exited, and they took the same exit I'm about to take. I don't really know this at this point. There's only 2 minutes to go inside the raid due to the reduced timers, so I throw a nade up on top and make a Hail Mary for the exit. Make that more of an air raid. I can't believe how well this raid went in terms of my teammate just all of a sudden dying to I'm killing 2 players that are carrying like well over 1 million rubles on each of them. And I almost lost it all to a player scab who was playing it far better than I was past that point. I should have been more methodical and slow like I was with the player and treated that the same way with the player scab. If you guys have any comments, any suggestions, anything you'd like to see from me, please put it down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, I've got more coming, so please subscribe. And thank you for being here. You're all great. You're all beautiful. Thank you.